Have you ever stopped to wonder if this golden age you're living, this retirement you worked so hard for, is actually more exhausting than the working life you left behind? We dream of retirement as a time for endless leisure, for finally putting our feet up, for reclaiming our time. But for so many of us, the reality feels more like a frantic race against the clock, a never-ending to-do list that leaves us more depleted than fulfilled. It's a surprising truth, isn't it? The very busyness we think defines a vibrant retirement might be silently, slowly, taking a toll on our health and happiness in ways we might not even realize. It's a painful reality to face, that the freedom we yearned for can become another form of captivity, not by a job, but by an overflowing calendar and the pressure to be constantly productive. But what if there's a different way? What if the true secret to a thriving, joyful retirement isn't about filling every moment, but about something far more profound? In this video, we're going to uncover some truths about why staying overly busy after retirement might actually be diminishing your well-being. And we'll explore how to reclaim your peace, energy, and joy. You might just discover that the best years of your life are waiting for you once you let go of the need to be constantly on the go. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's explore why this relentless pace might actually be doing more harm than good, and why the constant pursuit of activity could be quietly undermining the very vitality you hope to preserve. Many of us enter retirement with this deeply ingrained idea that we must fill every moment, that our value somehow stems from being busy. We've spent decades in a society that champions productivity, where a full calendar means a full life. So, when the alarm clock stops ringing for work, we instinctively seek out new alarms, volunteer commitments, elaborate travel plans, daily rounds of golf, exhaustive home renovations, grandparenting duties, countless classes, and social engagements. We feel this immense pressure to make the most of it, to prove that we're still vital, still contributing, still relevant. But this mindset, while well-intentioned, can inadvertently lead to chronic stress. Your body and mind don't differentiate between work, stress, and retirement, activity, stress. Elevated cortisol levels, poor sleep, constant mental chatter. These are the silent companions of an overscheduled life. Regardless of whether those activities are enjoyable or not, you might find yourself feeling run down, irritable, or even losing your passion for the very things you thought you'd love doing. True purpose in retirement isn't about endless doing. It's about being. It's about finding meaning in simpler moments, allowing for introspection, and connecting with yourself without the constant clamor of external demands. This often means learning to say no, gently but firmly, to commitments that don't truly serve your well-being. It means giving yourself permission to have unstructured time to simply sit, reflect, or just stare out the window without a goal in mind. Think of Mary, who retired from a demanding executive role. Her dream was to travel the world. Within 6 months, she had 3 major international trips booked, was on the board of 2 charities, took up competitive bridge, and offered to babysit her grandchildren 3 days a week. She was constantly on planes, coordinating schedules, and rushing from one engagement to the next. After a year, she was exhausted, constantly battling colds, and admitted she hadn't truly enjoyed any of her travels because she was so focused on the next itinerary. Her body was crying out for rest, but her mind kept pushing her to do more, to see more, to be more. What Mary desperately needed was to embrace the concept of intentional rest and recovery. This isn't just about sleeping more, though that's certainly part of it. It's about building genuine downtime into your days and weeks. Our bodies, especially as we age, require more time to recover from physical and mental exertion. If you're constantly on the go, your nervous system remains in a heightened state, making it harder for your body to repair itself, to digest food properly, or to fight off illness effectively. Many retirees wake up feeling just as tired as when they went to bed. Not because they didn't sleep, but because their waking hours are so packed that their bodies never truly enter a state of deep rest. It's like constantly running a marathon without ever crossing the finish line. Scheduling white space in your calendar is just as important, if not more important, than scheduling appointments. This white space is for spontaneous moments, for quiet reflection, for simply existing without an agenda. It's a radical act in a busy world, but it's essential for your long-term health and happiness. Consider John, who spent his working life as an accountant, always tied to a spreadsheet. In retirement, he joined every club imaginable, a hiking group, a book club, a historical society, and took up gardening with gusto. He was busy from dawn till dusk. Yet, he found himself plagued by indigestion and persistent fatigue. His doctor suggested it might be stress-related, which puzzled John because he was retired. What he didn't realize was that his constant flurry of enjoyable activities was still keeping his body in a state of mild stress. His digestive system struggling to keep up because his body never got the signal to truly relax. He started blocking out an hour each afternoon for quiet reading or just sitting in his garden, consciously doing nothing. Within weeks, his digestion improved, and he felt a lightness he hadn't experienced in years. Understanding the importance of slowing down and embracing rest is crucial, but it's just the beginning. Let's delve deeper into how we can truly flourish in these precious years, moving beyond the mere absence of work to a profound state of well-being. Moving beyond the myth of constant productivity and embracing the power of true rest, we come to another vital aspect of retirement well-being, the profound impact of your social connections. While being too busy might seem like it means you're incredibly social, often the opposite is true for meaningful relationships. When your calendar is overflowing, your interactions with loved ones can become superficial, rushed, and less fulfilling. You might be attending many events, but are you truly present? Are you having deep, unhurried conversations, or are you constantly checking your watch? Thinking about the next thing on your list. Genuine connection requires time, presence, and a certain spaciousness that busy schedules rarely allow. It's about quality over quantity. If you're constantly dashing from one gathering to another, you're missing out on the joy of lingering, of truly listening, of sharing vulnerability, and creating lasting memories. The richness of human connection, particularly in our later years, is a cornerstone of mental and emotional health. Isolation, ironically, can be a byproduct of being perpetually too busy for deep engagement, leading to feelings of loneliness even when surrounded by people. Think about how many times you've had to cut a phone call short with a friend because you had to rush off to an appointment, or how a family dinner felt more like a logistical exercise than a warm gathering. Instead, consider prioritizing fewer, deeper interactions. Schedule dedicated, screen-free time with your spouse, children, or closest friends. These don't have to be grand outings. A simple cup of tea, a walk in the park, or a shared meal where you can truly connect without distractions can be incredibly nourishing. Reconnecting with old friends and nurturing those bonds can also bring immense joy and a sense of shared history. It's about cultivating relationships that sustain you, rather than ones that merely fill a slot on your calendar. Imagine Sarah, who had a wide circle of acquaintances and was always at social events. Yet, she confided that she felt a nagging sense of loneliness. She was constantly chatting, but rarely felt truly seen or heard. When she began to intentionally block out time for one-on-one coffees with a few close friends, focusing solely on their conversation without any other plans looming, she found a profound difference. These deeper connections began to fill the emotional void that all her busy social engagements couldn't touch. This brings us to the importance of rediscovering your inner self and cultivating true, unadulterated joy. When you're perpetually busy, there's little room for self-reflection, for nurturing hobbies purely for the pleasure they bring, or for simply experiencing the simple delights of daily life. It becomes less about being and more about doing, driven by external expectations or an internal compulsion to stay productive. Retirement should offer a unique opportunity to explore passions that were perhaps sidelined during working life due to time constraints. But if you fill that time with other obligations, those passions remain unfulfilled. You might find yourself saying, "I always wanted to learn to paint." Or, "I wished I could have spent more time gardening." but then discover you're too busy with other commitments to actually pick up the brush or tend to the soil. The key here is to reconnect with what truly brings you joy, not what you feel you should be doing or what others expect of you. This could be anything from reading for pleasure, spending time in nature, listening to music, pursuing a creative art, or simply savoring a quiet morning cup of tea. It's about cultivating moments of presence and appreciation for the smaller joys in life, without the pressure of performance or a specific outcome. Mindfulness practices. Even just taking a few deliberate breaths throughout the day can help you anchor yourself in the present moment and truly experience joy. Consider the story of Tom, who always loved playing his guitar in his younger days but put it aside for his career. In retirement, he joined several committees, feeling obliged to contribute to his community. While noble, he felt increasingly drained. One day, while clearing out his attic, he stumbled upon his old guitar. He started strumming it for a few minutes each day, just for the sheer pleasure of it, not to perform for anyone. Those few minutes became a sanctuary, a moment of pure, unadulterated joy that replenished him far more than any committee meeting. He slowly started prioritizing this personal joy, realizing that it made him a happier, more engaged person in all other aspects of his life. Finally, we must consider the often overlooked physical toll that constant busyness, even if it's fun busyness, can take on your body. Chronic low-grade stress, the kind that comes from an overscheduled life, elevates cortisol levels, a stress hormone that, when consistently high, can lead to inflammation, weight gain, weakened immunity, and even impact heart health and cognitive function. Your body needs periods of rest and recovery to enter its rest and digest mode, where it can properly heal, repair, and rejuvenate. If you're always on the go, your body remains in a sympathetic fight or flight state, perpetually ready for action. This can manifest as persistent fatigue, digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome, elevated blood pressure, difficulty sleeping even when tired, and a general feeling of being wired and tired. You might be physically active, but if your mind is constantly racing, or if you're always pushing yourself without adequate recovery, your body pays the price. Learning simple stress reduction techniques, like deep breathing exercises, gentle stretching, or short periods of meditation, can make a profound difference. It's also vital to listen to your body's signals for fatigue and not push through exhaustion. Recognize that true strength and longevity come from a balanced approach to activity and rest. Think of Martha, who, after retiring, decided to become a super volunteer, working at 2 different charities, organizing neighborhood events, and taking care of her adult children's needs. She was always on the go, often getting only 5 to 6 hours of broken sleep. Her blood pressure started creeping up, and she found herself constantly anxious. Her doctor explained that even though she wasn't working, her body was under immense strain from the relentless pace. Martha started incorporating short, mindful breaks throughout her day and began prioritizing 7 hours of sleep. She also learned to say no to some commitments, opting for quality over quantity. Slowly, her blood pressure stabilized, her anxiety lessened, and she found she had more genuine energy for the activities that truly mattered to her. These shifts in how we approach our time can make an incredible difference, not just in how we feel day to day, but in the long run. Now, let's bring all this together and talk about how to truly embrace a retirement that nurtures you, rather than drains you. So, as we've explored, that relentless pursuit of busyness in retirement, the one we often assume defines a successful later life, might actually be subtly undermining your health, your happiness, and even your longevity. It's not about doing nothing. It's about shifting your mindset from constant doing to intentional being. We've talked about the importance of redefining your purpose, moving away from external validation and towards an inner sense of meaning that doesn't demand every moment of your time. This means giving yourself permission to embrace unstructured time, to simply exist without an agenda, and to learn the powerful art of saying no to things that don't truly nourish your soul. We've also delved into the crucial need for true rest and recovery, understanding that your body and mind need genuine downtime to repair, rejuvenate, and maintain vitality, far beyond just getting enough sleep. It's about weaving moments of quiet reflection and peaceful solitude into your daily rhythm, allowing your nervous system to truly relax and recharge. Then, there's the beautiful, enriching aspect of nurturing deeper connections. It's not about how many social engagements you have, but the quality of the time you spend with the people who truly matter to you, allowing for unhurried conversations, presence, and genuine sharing fosters the kind of bonds that truly enrich your emotional well-being and protect against loneliness. And equally vital is the rediscovery of your inner self and true joy. Reconnecting with those passions and simple pleasures that perhaps got lost in the shuffle of a busy life. Retirement offers a unique opportunity to explore hobbies for pure enjoyment, without pressure or expectation, simply because they bring a smile to your face. This cultivation of personal delight feeds your spirit in a way that no amount of external activity ever could. Lastly, we've highlighted the very real physical toll that chronic busyness can exact, raising stress hormones, impacting your immune system, and draining your energy stores. By consciously building in periods of calm, practicing stress reduction techniques, and honoring your body's need for rest, you're not only improving your day-to-day well-being, but investing in your long-term health. Remember, this journey is about quality of life, not quantity of activities. It's never too late to make these adjustments, to gently peel back the layers of societal expectation and discover what truly makes your retirement years vibrant and meaningful for you. Small changes, consistently applied, can make an incredible difference to your health, your happiness, and your overall sense of peace. This isn't about becoming idle. It's about becoming intentional. It's about choosing to live in a way that truly sustains you, rather than drains you. The surprising truth, the one I mentioned at the beginning, is that the greatest freedom and longevity in retirement aren't found in filling every single moment, but in cultivating emptiness, in embracing stillness, and in choosing intentional, nurturing activities that truly align with your deepest desires for this precious chapter of your life. It's about realizing that true productivity in retirement often comes from the profound space you create for rest, self-care, and meaningful connection. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you found yourself falling into the trap of overbusyness in retirement? What strategies or mindset shifts have helped you find more balance, peace, and joy in your own life? Share your insights and experiences in the comments below, as your wisdom can truly help others in our community. If this video resonated with you and offered a fresh perspective on what retirement could truly be, please give it a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more people who might be struggling with these very same issues. And if you want more practical advice, heartfelt insights, and inspiring ideas on how to live your healthiest, happiest, and most fulfilling retirement, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Your retirement years are a precious gift, a unique opportunity to live life on your own terms. Don't let the pressure to be constantly on the go rob you of the peace, joy, and vitality you so richly deserve. Embrace the power of intentional living. Slow down when your body and soul call for it. And truly live your best life at every age.